As if the McCrispy couldn't get any better, Bacon and Ranch just entered the chat. The Bacon Ranch McCrispy, available at participating McDonald's for a limited time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome to the True Beauty Brooklyn podcast. I'm Elizabeth Taylor.
And I'm Alex Shapiro.
We're estheticians in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and we work with really incredible, diverse, ambitious, and driven people who are killing it in life. They deserve to be celebrated, and on this podcast, we're going to be sharing their stories with you.
Yeah, and in between our interview episodes, we'll have Beauty School, where it's just the two of us, maybe some guest stars, and we'll be chatting about beauty, life, weird shit about being in your 30s, and learning more about one another, because that's what makes us more similar than different.
Also, we're a lot of fun, and we have a super multicultural community, and we kind of think that you might too. So why not talk about all things beauty under one Black
and Jewish
roof?
Plus, we'll be answering listener questions, so be sure to write us at truebeautybrooklynpodcast@gmail.com.
All right, guys, let's jump into the show. Oh, hey, guys.
Hey.
Welcome to the True Beauty Brooklyn podcast.
Welcome.
It's Elizabeth.
And Alex.
We have a very special episode for you today. I'm excited because we've been talking about this episode for quite some time. We've been thinking about what we want it to look like, and the time has come for us to talk to you about Ash. Being ashy. If you're white, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about lotioning your cuerpo.
I see the ash on me, but I think I'm just like hyper aware of dead skin,
yes,
dry skin.
Exactly, because you're professional.
I'm a profesh.
Yes. But before we get into that, we got some things to talk to you guys about. The first thing...
Oh, I thought you were going to come at us with the song. I saw you getting ready.
I'm snapping my fingers and moving my shoulders.
Yeah,
That's
we don't
usually
have a merch song, but maybe we do now.
We got some merch. Hey, we got some merch. Hey, you know about that merch. We tell you every week we got some merch.
Do any of you wake up in the morning and you just have one of these fucking dumb songs in your head?
It's just nice. It's to
It
sing.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, we have really... Okay, my favorite piece of merch is the tote because I love a tote bag.
Yes, I love
And it's like a
tote
legit
bag.
tote bag.
Mm-hmm. It's a good size. I already told you about carrying the podcasting equipment here in it. But it's great to carry your Christmas gifts. It's great as a Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in New York City, you know that nobody's giving you shopping bags no more. Not for free. They're like, bitch, we're going to charge you. That'll be 10 cents per bag. Or we're at least going to give you a stare, if nothing else.
And then a lot of times it's a paper bag and then they break.
I know, yes, and then they break.
And you're still killing trees.
Yes, so get yourself a True Beauty Brooklyn tote bag.
We just went in about why you need a tote bag.
They know, as if they don't know. They know. I love it. We've got some water bottles. We've got
crop
crop
sweatshirts.
sweatshirts.
Very cute.
Yes, we've got some T-shirts. We made sure the sweatshirts and the T-shirts are not the same design, so you could lay it if you really want to be a fan. If you really want to be
extra,
a beauty baddie. You guys, we just realized that your name, like our listeners' names, our community member, if you will have us, if you will accept this name, which I think that you will, are you guys the beauty baddies?
Is that your name?
I
Do you
think
identify with that?
I think that you're the beauty baddies because y'all are baddies.
Mm-hmm.
You love beauty.
Mm-hmm.
You hear.
Mm-hmm.
I think y'all are beauty baddies, and I think I'm obsessed with it. I hope that you are too.
Write in and let us know what you think.
Yes. So,
I guess you don't really have a choice. We kind of just decided it.
I know, but we want to know. We want to hear back from you from the chorus, like, yes, we are. And then we can make beauty baddie merch because I've got so many beauty baddie merch ideas.
Yes.
And but I just need to hear from the congregation that y'all are in. That
the congregation.
You know what I mean? I don't like. What if you were like, no, ew.
Oh,
I don't think that you will be. Let us know if you love beauty baddies. We do. We're here for it.
Speaking of,
yes, you like that segue?
Finally,
you guys,
the Beauty Baddie Guide.
It's here.
Is being launched. It's been in the works
it's
for
launched.
a while.
It is launched. It is on
what did I say?
You said it's being launched.
Oh,
it's out
been
there.
launched.
It's done been launched.
It's going to take a while, obviously, to hit all the cities and towns of the USA.
Yes,
But
and all of the different beauty technicians that there
Yeah, there's
are,
so
and all the
many.
different types of
It's going to take a long time, but we're
services.
getting there.
Yes, it's going to be a lifetime, hopefully. As long as our podcast exists, hopefully we're going to be adding to this. Like, we'll figure out. We don't know the cadence yet, but we want to keep adding to this, keep this list growing.
Yes. It brings together vetted experts in the world of brows, permanent makeup, lashes, and a beautiful skin for everyone. Each one submitted by a listener from our community, which is really cool.
It's y'all guys. They know. They remember.
Right.
Y'all have been writing to us each week. Where the beauty guide? We want the beauty guide.
And still, write in if you live in the U.S. or Canada. I think all of North America. Write in if you have anyone that you love that you would like us to vet.
Yes.
To maybe have added to the guide.
Yes.
It's very exciting.
It's very exciting. If you go to our Instagram, True Beauty Brooklyn Podcast, it is right there, right next to, I think, IGTV or something. If you scroll like right over there, you guys know what I'm talking about. Y'all are young. There's a little, what's it called? A little widget. That's old.
A widget.
A widget.
Basically like a CD-ROM.
Basically a CD-ROM widget that
Floppy
looks
disk.
like a little guidebook. And you can click on that, and then it's going to show you our beautiful stepbrother faces and all of these incredible women. And guys, I love the women that you guys sent us. The people that y'all sent us are dope. They're you guys are going to be very happy. I'm excited about it. Yes, and also, just like us, they're multicultural. We made sure to have chocolate chips in the cookies. We got raisins in the cookies. We got macadamia nuts, walnuts. We got some, oatmeal maybe in the cookie too. A little cinnamon. It is a multicultural cinnamon cookie. Multicultural cinnamon? It's a delicious cookie. But all of that to say, it is...
We're very excited.
We're very excited. I'm fucking pumped, dude.
And I hope that as it grows, it'll really help people to be able to choose. You know, I did a virtual skin consult for a podcast listener the other day, and she was telling me she just got her first facial, and she had just a really weird experience.
Yeah.
It was not great.
It wasn't from the guide, the person that she went to.
No, and I was like really upset about it.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's exactly why we're doing this.
Well, and also, the industry it's a little bit in a funny place because we always say this, like growing up, I'm not that old. Maybe if you're very young, you think that I am, but I was born in 1986. When was that? No, but growing up, I didn't know. I thought facials were just something that rich ladies did, and I didn't know any rich ladies, nor was I rich, and so I did not get any facials, nor did I know anybody who got facials. And, these days I think that we're a generation that appreciates skincare, that appreciates all of these beauty services, and we appreciate good work, and it's hard to find. It's really hard to find, and it's hard to, and that's why this poor girl just kind of went to her local whatever. That probably maybe her mom was like, go and see Susan. Susan, I've been going to Susan for 35 years. She's fine.
Yeah, it was upsetting to hear.
Yeah,
but
now you don't gotta go see Susan.
You could. Hilarious.
No, but my point is, and also, I guess I say all of this because it's the reason that Alex and I, and our mission, why we have our mission, is because you want to see somebody who speaks your language in more ways than one. You want to be with somebody who gets you, who's your contemporary, if not your age, but understands your aesthetic, understands what you're trying to get, and understands what you're trying to achieve. And that is difficult to find by just scrolling. Back in the day, they would say by just opening up the yellow pages, but it's hard to it's hard to find just without any guidance. And so we're hoping to at least give you a little bit of guidance, where to start.
Yes. So we're very excited for that. Check that out.
And thank you guys for sending in your people. We couldn't have done this without you because obviously we're not out there. We're just going by, you send us a name, we check it out. We say, is this bitch a bad bitch? We say, it seems she a bad bitch. And then we go from there.
Check.
So thank you guys. And check that out.
Yeah,
at
thank you.
True Beauty Brooklyn Podcast on Instagram.
Thank you so much for that. So this is our last new episode that we're recording for this year. And I mean, this year's been kind of crazy for both of us, both personally, professionally. First of all, we got signed to Exactly Right this year.
Yeah, that's pretty much a dream come true.
It's really crazy.
Yes.
And our listenership has grown so much because of it.
Totally.
I don't know. What do you have to say about this past year?
This past year, highs and lows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was I'll start with a high. A high for this year, obviously, signing with Exactly Right. We're opening our new location, like signing. I would say, okay, I'm going to be very cheesy.
Okay.
You might hate
Be
it.
cheesy.
I'm going to be cheesy. My high this year was growing our friendship and getting closer, I think.
That's so sweet of a girl.
Because you know I don't let nobody
Wait,
in,
I also
girl.
have to sneeze at the same time. It's so weird.
But you know I don't let nobody in. And it's been like, on my journey of being an entrepreneur, like wanting to grow my business, like having all sorts of like crazy ideas. It's hard to do it by yourself. And so it's been like I don't even have the words. It's been incredible to have somebody like on this journey with me who is my stepbrother.
We're stepbrothers.
And like we call each other stepbrothers because
We
we're
are
like
so
just
lucky.
so
We're so
similar.
lucky,
We're
though.
very lucky. We're both very.
Like, we actually really like each other.
We actually
It's
really
not just
like
for the
each other.
podcast.
We actually are in business together. We actually love what we do. We actually are like want to grow our businesses, and we actually trust each other with our lives.
We do.
You my white husband, my other white husband.
You're
You my stepbrother
only black
and
husband that I've ever had.
my stepbrother and my white husband. We're very incestuous here, but it's because
It's a little weird.
Kevin, my partner, and I aren't married. We've been together for 14 years. We love each other very much. We're lifelong partners. But as far as the government's concerned, he don't know me. You sign legal documents to like be my partner. Do you know?
That's true. We're legally bound
We're
to one
legally
another.
bound to one another, and that says something a lot.
I'd say that's a big high for my year also.
Yeah. You can't just steal mine.
I also moved into
Be
an
original.
apartment with a nice bathtub.
Take that one. Okay.
Yeah. I've never moved into an apartment that didn't already have mold growing in the
No
bathtub.
mushrooms. Yep.
I literally have moved into a place before that had mushrooms growing in the
Yes.
fucking vents in the
Oh
bathroom.
my God.
Yeah.
Haven't we all? In New York,
mean-
haven't we all?
Yeah. So that's really cool.
Not only, okay, you moved into a beautiful home. I have to keep telling Alex this
Yeah.
because I haven't been there yet, but she's shown me pictures. And when she first moves, the living situation, not to talk for you, but you're not
No,
going
it's
to tell
fine.
the listeners. The living situation that she was coming from was just so god awful for reasons that were out of her control that she was just like, it's not that fucking place. It's fine.
Yeah, like I'll take any
I'll take
place.
anything. And then later she sent me pictures and I was like, it's beautiful. Alex, this place is so beautiful. I thought that it was a shit dump the way you were describing it, but it's so beautiful and you deserve to live in a beautiful home. You worked so fucking hard and you deserve to live in a beautiful
Well,
home.
it kind of just happened.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'll tell the listeners. I reached out to my old landlord, my previous landlord, because we rented from him for like 7 years. We had a really good relationship with him. I told him what was going on and that I ASAP needed a new apartment. We needed a new apartment, and he was like, "Oh yeah, my friend has one." And within an hour, had negotiated the rent for us.
Yeah.
And was like, "Here's his number. Text him." I texted the guy, and the guy's just like, "Yeah, you can have the apartment. Robert spoke very highly of you. Don't even worry about a deposit.
Yeah.
Just give me first month's rent." We hadn't even seen the apartment. He hadn't even formally met us.
Yes.
But anyway, we go to see it, and I was like, "Wait, what? This place?"
Yeah.
It's very I keep joking that I have a suburban mom fridge, but I do. It's just a really
Yes.
nice fridge with
Yeah.
a water filter.
That shit's silver.
And it's a coffee maker. It's silver. I've never not had a white fridge.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just
It's next level.
it's very nice.
She had her Eliza Doolittle moment. When I first moved into my apartment, I tried to tell my partner that it's much too nice for the likes of us. And he's like, why? Because it has a dishwasher and 2 bathrooms? What are you talking about? And I realized that my friend Shapiro was doing the same thing because she was using this weird language like, oh, it's not really my style. It's a little gaudy for me. And I was just like, stop being Eliza Doolittle. It's not gaudy. It's just not a shit dump. This is what it's like to live in a
so
beautiful
weird.
home.
It's so weird,
Yes.
but it's very nice.
Yeah.
And
And you deserve it. You've worked so hard.
yeah.
Mhm.
God, you guys, this comes to let's talk about things we've learned this year.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to be everyone's friend.
Yeah.
Especially if they're a neighbor and they seem really crazy. You don't need to
Probably
befriend
are.
them.
Yes.
They might become really crazy and ruin your life.
Dude. Yeah, that's your low, right? So that's your low.
No, she did not ruin my life. In fact, my life has gotten better. So
Yes,
thanks.
Yeah. But that's a good life lesson is
It was a low that turned into a high.
boundaries. We'll say that.
Boundaries.
Yeah, setting
and
boundaries.
Not feeling like my stepmom's always told me this. You don't have to be everyone's best friend. And it's true. You don't have to be everyone's best friend. It's okay to just be like a little nice and a little friendly and stop there.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't even have to be that.
Yeah, and tell somebody to fuck off when you're ready to. Yeah. Should I lows? Should I just steal your low also and say the same? Because
Yeah,
I've also
well, because yes.
the same. Because the same. You and I had mirroring situations that were different but very mirroring. I would say the same. Boundaries, the same. I'm not going to repeat it.
Yep.
So
Fucking boundaries, dude.
yeah.
But also like not feeling the need to be liked.
Yes.
I think that's always been something.
Yeah.
I just want to be liked, and not even from a place of like, I want everyone to love me and I want lots of friends. I don't want any new friends personally. I don't have time for any
Well, these days.
these days.
No
but
new friends.
No new friends. But more so like, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's conditioning.
Yeah.
It's conditioning of being a woman.
I like to be kind to people. That's really what it is too. I
Yes.
like to be kind and nice and there for people, I guess. Why do I feel the need to do that with someone I just met who's a stranger? I don't know.
Well, that's something to work out in therapy. But
Yeah.
but I know what you mean. Obviously, samesies, obviously. But it's, that's growth. That's growing up. That's, becoming wiser. Boundaries, dude.
Yep.
That's what we learned. What else?
Favorite beauty product of the year?
Oh, my God. Okay. You guys are going to hate this because this is very bougie. And I realize that we talk about a lot of bougie beauty products here, but I'm a bougie bitch. But more than I'm a bougie bitch is I'm a sensitive bitch. And I'm really sensitive everything, sensitive skin, my sensitive emotions, but seriously sensitive skin. And like a lot of things from the drugstore just irritate my skin, make me itch, give me rashes, give me hives. And so I've just come to have to start to be bougie in all areas of life. I joke, but I'm not joking. Anyway, so I say all of that to say your girl got herself some bougie hair care this year. And I got some bougie hair care because I started going to a bougie hair salon. And I'll shout them out. I started going to the Ursula Steffens salon. Who's Ursula Steffens? Well, I'll tell you. She does Zendaya's hair. She does Riri hair. She does all the bad bitches. All the bad bitches that you see. She does their hair. And she's got a beautiful salon in Fort Greene. And so I started to go there. And from there, I started to really just like want to take better care of my hair, whatever, etc. XYZ. Gonna get some new shampoo and conditioner. Didn't know what to get. Alex said, what do they use at the salon? Turns out they use Oribe. I said, what's Oribe? And Alex said, oh, bish. Oribe.
I had a tube of conditioner from them that I hung on to for what felt like 5 years because it's expensive. So I was like, just a little bit.
Yes. And when she said it's expensive, I was thinking like, okay, what's expensive? Maybe like $20 for a shampoo or something. People, I'm not going to lie. This is like $50 for every product. $150 later, your bitch had 3 products. However, my hair.
She came in and I was like, did you get your hair done?
Yes.
I thought she had like just gotten it redone.
Yes. Wash day has now become my favorite day. Like, I can't wait for wash day. It smells fucking incredible. My hair looks incredible afterwards. But even more so, I think, because I'm so sensitive to scents, it isn't even more so. It's everything about it. It's that it's a great products line. I'm not dry afterwards. I love the way that it feels. I love the way that my hair looks. But in addition to that, it smells so fucking good. And people, you hear me yelling about companies making things for black folks. I'm like, if you make it, we'll buy it. And guess what? They made it. They're like, all right, here's a line for people of color. Here's a line for moisture control. It's the dark green line, if you're listening and you want it, is the emerald line. So I said, put your money where your mouth is and get it. And I'm just impressed that somebody finally made somebody who isn't like Carol's daughter or like one of us, you know what I mean? Like made this beautiful high-end luxury, great hair care line that makes me feel rich and beautiful. And I'm obsessed. So that's my favorite beauty product.
I
just
love
went on a
it.
tangent, a 20-minute Oribe tangent. Y'all want to sponsor us?
Oh my
Please.
God. Oribe, please give us hair care.
Give us hair care. Jeez.
I feel like I've tried a few things this year that I really liked. I'll talk about, well, Elizabeth got me into the body therapy lotion from PCA, and it's pretty life-changing. It's just expensive, so I don't use it all the time. I'll like, it's kind of like a treat twice a week.
Yeah, you got to use that sparingly.
Oh my God, but it is nice. It has lactic acid in it, so it exfoliates you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that more later. Also, I really like, I don't know how you pronounce the brand. Kosas.
Okay.
I've been using their tinted brow gel, and it's really nice.
Oh, Kosas with a K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's not terribly expensive.
Mm.
I also don't mind spending a little more in makeup because I don't, first of all, I don't wear makeup day to day.
Yeah.
Like the only thing I own is tinted moisturizer, some like Revlon lipsticks, and I always have some sort of brow gel.
Mm.
That's really it.
What do you like
and
about
a bronzer.
this brow gel?
The color's they make soft ashy colors. And it actually holds the brow hair in place. I feel like a lot of times when I would use a tinted brow gel, I'd still need to use a clear brow gel over it, which is just stupid.
Like
I'm trying to be minimal here.
Yeah. Don't make me buy 2 products.
Yeah, but this one actually holds the brow hairs in place, and the color options are great.
Love that.
I like the packaging. There's a good amount of product in the packaging, too. It's not super teeny tiny.
What about the brush? How's the brush? Is it
It's
good
nice.
size?
It's nothing special, but it's nice.
Well, I hear the Glossier
coats
brush
all the
is
hairs.
huge, which I like with a brow gel. I like a tiny little brow
Oh, I find the
brush.
Glossier one is tiny.
Oh, yeah? Well, what do I know? I've never used it.
Oh no, I hear. I've used it and it seemed tiny to me. I don't know, but I think those are my favorites for this year.
Love it.
I also finally gave in and bought the Ilia skin tint.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $48, which I think is a lot of money
It's a
for a
tinted
tinted
moisturizer.
moisturizer. It has SPF, but like who cares?
Yeah, that's not enough.
No,
Yeah.
but it does give nice coverage. It's very dewy though, so if you're really oily, you might not like it.
Is that what you use when I say, oh, what makeup are you wearing? You're like, oh, it's just a tinted moisturizer?
I just bought it.
Okay.
What did I used to use? Oh, Scentigrity, which I still have. That's also another like expensive tinted moisturizer.
Yeah.
But again, because I don't wear a lot of makeup and that's like the main thing,
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
But I see it, like, it looked beautiful on yours. It's a difference. Look,
It's really
good
nice.
products, there's a reason that things are more expensive. And it's hard when you don't have the money. But, like, if you can splurge and kind of treat yourself, you see, and you buy the right product, we should also say, you see the difference. It's like, oh, this is why this is cost this much.
Yeah, I definitely. But like if I never wear eyeliner, but if I need a mascara, always drugstore.
Mm-hmm. Same. I tried to do the expensive mascara for a little bit,
Doesn't
and
seem
that
to make a difference.
I don't think so personally.
Lipsticks,
But we also
I
both
always
have
just do
pretty
Revlon.
long, full lashes, so it's not like we need you know what I mean? Like we just need it to coat.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I think for me, that's like my little roundup.
Yeah. Those are good roundups, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of it. What's your favorite podcast moment of the year?
Here on the True Beauty Brooklyn podcast.
Here on the True Beauty Brooklyn podcast.
My favorite podcast moments, I have 2 that stand out. I know what
Okay.
yours is, so I'm not going to say the same as yours. My favorite podcast moment was with Liz Lowe when she was telling us about the deadlift effect, and I went into a rant about patriarchy and about how it just tells women to be small and be thin and be waif life so that you're too weak to walk away from your situation. And she came back and told us that incredible story about the women that she used to train. And she saw that as they were
older
getting
married women.
Yeah, and as they were
Wealthy
getting
women.
wealthy women, and as they were getting stronger, they all started to leave their husbands because they were all in abusive relationships. I'm getting emotional just saying
I
it.
know.
I loved that story. I
really did too.
And it was
Thanks for reminding me about that.
and it was so, I didn't expect her to say that. I thought,
Same. I was freaking
yes,
out.
because, I think that was one of the episodes I was like, don't let me just start yelling about patriarchy today, which happens often.
Please.
And so I was like, girl, don't say it. And like, I was so happy that I said it because that's all that I want. That's all that I want for every person, every woman specifically, everybody who identifies as a woman, is to find the strength to know how strong they are and how fucking incredible they are. And I say women because men don't need to know. They fucking know. They be telling you. They be telling you from day one, it's you. But it ain't just you. It's us also. And I'm happy to be y'all's hype woman.
My favorite moment was from our most recent episode with Vanessa when I don't even want to say it.
I know. Well, if you're listening to this episode, it's probably not a spoiler. You probably heard it.
Someone said the D word and not dick.
Not
a
dick.
different one.
Yes.
It's 5 letters.
That was fast math.
And some weird shit started happening.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was creepy. If you
Yes.
like weird, creepy shit, you should listen to it.
No, I love
But
that
my
one
little
too.
scream, it wasn't little, my big scream is hilarious. You could tell that I'm actually screaming.
Yeah, it was
like
good
it just came out of
podcasting.
me.
It was a good podcasting
So
moment.
hilarious, but also horrifying.
Yeah.
I loved that.
That was great.
That was my favorite moment.
That was a great one.
And I guess just our takeaways from this year. I already said I don't need to
No new
make everyone. I
friends?
have no new friends. I don't need to be nice to everyone, and I don't need everyone to like me.
Also, I say new friends, but the reality is there's several realities. One is we made a whole shit ton of new friends, our beauty baddies.
Yeah.
And we've had the chance to meet some of you because some of you have come and made, like, when you come through New York, you'll make appointments. And honestly, y'all have all been so incredible. Like, I'm getting emotional. One girl fucking works for us now, first of all. Our other client, she was so, I just feel so, like, grateful and honored when people come and they are comfortable enough to share with us whatever's going on in their life. And they know that this is, like, a judgment-free zone and that this is a safe space, whatever. Fucking millennial. But I love that. I love that people feel comfortable enough to tell us their deepest secrets or, like, whatever's going on in their life and can unload and then get up and feel beautiful. Because it was one part knowing that she, like, got this wax from you that before you even knew who she was, Alex goes, I just need to eat real quick. I'm going to give you the best wax of your life.
Oh my God, yeah. She came early and she was waiting outside, and Elizabeth and I had gone to grab lunch.
Yeah. And I get hangry. So I was like, who the fuck is this? She's 20 minutes early, whoever it is.
Oh, yeah. We get so worked up if we're hungry.
But you're the kindest. And so, my dad, like, always talks about all of us kids in terms of animals. Like, if you're an otter, you're playful. If you're a lion, and I'm a lion, he's like, you're the king of the jungle, a little fierce, a little aggressive. And, like, you need somebody to, like, balance that. And you 100% are my otter to my lion. So I was like, who is this? And Alex goes, don't you worry.
I'm going to give you the best wax of your life.
Great.
Just let me eat some food first.
Yes. And as soon as you said that, I was like, she right. She's going to get the best wax.
I like yelled that outside on Graham Avenue.
It was so great. But the best part, I didn't even tell you this, is, like, a week later, she messaged me on Instagram and was like, messaged us on Instagram and was like, I just want to let you know, because then she also got a facial with me. I just want to let you know, like, my skin sloughed off, like, 5 years of bullshit, and now it's glowing, and it's the best facial of my life, and thank you girls so much. It just feels so great. And this woman was going through it. She was fucking going through it. Just a lot of heartbreak, a lot of loss, and it's, we all go through it at different times. And she came to us going through it and left here, I think, feeling loved, appreciated, stronger, more beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's all that we ever want. So, no new friends, except we'll take some of y'all.
We'll take some.
And also, Erin, we got a chance to meet, we're on the East Coast, exactly right on the West Coast. We had a chance to meet one of the girls that we have been obviously, like, working with for the past year, but we'd never met. And we had the best time, the best fucking time.
Great.
Like the best time that I've had out with women in a long time.
It was so much fun.
Yes, so much fun.
Too bad Elizabeth and I had to get up early the next day on a Sunday to train new estheticians we hired.
Honestly. But we both looked at each other and we're like, one, worth it. Two, is that the baddest bitch you've met in quite some time?
Yes.
I think
the
it is.
answer is yes.
I think it is.
So we can make some new friends.
So selective friends. Maybe that's the lesson, is selective friends.
Yeah.
Bad bitches only.
Being hyper aware.
Yes. I think I'm going to say bad bitches only.
But that concludes our pre-intro.
Our pre-intro, does it?
I mean, I guess it was our intro.
Yeah. Oh, now we're going to... Okay, that was our, year-end wrap-up.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this episode.
Let's talk about it.
You guys, today, what are we talking about?
We're talking about dry ass skin.
We're trying to tell you...
Wet ass pussy, but it's dry ass skin.
Wet. We're talking to you guys about lotioning your fucking cuerpo. Because you know what? Y'all are ashy too. You just don't know it.
We know you are.
We know you
are. I
are.
also know, just from years of working on women, working with women, so many women, so many people don't lotion their body.
No, y'all don't.
Especially white people.
Sorry.
No,
Black people,
okay.
You see the ash on us.
I've always loved lotions and potions, so I've always lotioned my body.
Yeah.
But I guess because, when you're white, you can't
You don't necessarily
see the
it.
ashiness as well, so you're not bothered by it.
Yes.
I'm very bothered by the idea of not having lotion on.
Well, we have like respectability politics and such. Do you know what I mean? Aside from just dry skin, but that's really, it's just like, oh, you ashy girl, I can see your ash. Put some lotion on. But for that reason, we start very young, at a very young age, moisturizing our skins.
I love that.
And so we are going to discuss today, and I love this. I'm so excited about this because this is kind of what started the Body Chronicles, this topic of how do we tell people about lotion and not make it boring. And so I kind of love that we're kind of closing out the Body Chronicles on this topic for sure. And it's
Oh,
go ahead. No, you go, girl.
No, the point that I want to make is that taking care of the skin on your body is really important. Just like your face.
Yes.
It still goes through getting damaged. It still
Yes.
goes through the aging process.
Yes.
And it also just feels really nice to take care of yourself in that way.
Totally. And, little things like, we all, and we're going to go through this individually. We're going to take you guys through the way that we always do. We're going to talk to you about the physiology of your skins. We're going to talk to you about how it works, all of those things. But, this summer when all of the celebrities felt the need to talk about bathing, every so often, not bathing, I should say, it really sparked this conversation. And one of the things that I saw was this real divide, like culturally sort of. And I remember seeing somebody put in the comments, my son his skin gets very dry after I give him a bath. And so my doctor recommended that I don't bathe him as often. And that's why I don't bathe him every day. And in the comments, this woman said, ma'am, no disrespect, but do you put lotion on him afterwards? And I laughed, but I realized, oh my God, this makes perfect sense because my partner, around this time of year, you guys, we're headed into the winter months, he starts to get terrible headaches and his skin gets so itchy. And for years, he was like, are there bugs in the house? What's going on? Why does my head hurt so much? And it's because, especially in New York City, shit gets dry as fuck.
You wake up
like
I can't, my throat.
Everything's so dry. And True Beauty, because I've got humidifiers at my house, but here they haven't arrived yet. It's 10% humidity here. And I know this because we have, what is it? Hydrometer.
How do you all who live in dry climates live in dry climates? I wouldn't last.
I hope that you guys are moisturizing. And if not, y'all probably have leather skin. I don't know how else to say that, not rudely. But it's the truth.
Someone's going to get offended.
Someone's going to get offended.
It's fine, but we're telling you how
and everybody else is laughing. One person's offended, everybody else is laughing. Yeah. Everybody else is like, bitch, you right. Because I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
No, for sure. My skin's already just prone to being dehydrated.
Yes, mine too.
And so even like when I've been out in California or like out in the desert, like in Palm Springs, you bet I bring all my fucking skincare.
Yes.
Because I need it.
And if you guys have heard our sensitive skin if you guys have listened to our sensitive skin episode, you know that so many of these sensitive skin conditions get perpetuated or even started because your skin isn't naturally staying hydrated. It isn't able to stay hydrated. And so it begins to crack and it begins to start this snowball effect of other issues that creates all of these skin conditions. It also, if you don't already have sensitive skin, dry winter climates can sensitize your skin. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about all these things. These are all the reasons you need to lotion. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk to you about why. Before, y'all, I skipped over the most important part.
What is that?
Bitch, y'all don't want to look old.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're listening here. We like to get older, but you don't want to look old. And so that means you got to take care of your skin. And you know what your skin needs? Water and oils. Your whole damn cuerpo. Because just living. If you a mother, girl, ladies, if you breastfed, you know your shit is dry as fuck. You know that baby sucked all the water out of your body. How do you get it back in?
It's like a little vampire.
Lotion. And so all of these reasons is why you need to use lotion. And so with that being said, before we even jump in, we're going to talk to you guys about the beauty treatment for the week. We haven't done this in a while, but I want to talk to you about it because it's the season. This is also like the end of the year wrap up, and so we're kind of wrapping up all
And
the
it's a
things we've
little
talked to you.
DIY treatment.
A little DIY
So
treatment.
something for everyone, no matter what
Yes.
your budget is.
Totally. Okay, so before I even tell you about this DIY treatment, I do want to say one other thing. Especially since I just went off on a bougie rant about my hair care. So, I know that Alex and I, we talk to you guys about products that aren't necessarily cheap because we are professionals, right? We want to tell you guys about the best things in the market. We want to tell you about what we're using in studio, what we know our colleagues are using. And we know that they're expensive. We know this. We listen to other podcasts. We know what they're telling you to buy. The reason that we both tell you guys about these DIY things that you can do is because that's the cheap version. And so I want you to know this because I know we got a review. We read the reviews. Sorry, whatever. But we got a review that was like, I love these girls, but I just can't afford anything that they recommend to do. I wish that they would, do some episodes about things that real world girls can
they were also like,
afford.
the things we talk about just keep getting more and more expensive.
Yes.
And it's just like almost implying like we've become richer because of the podcast, which
no,
that's not the case.
No.
Like I said, my old landlord negotiated the rent for me because he knows we don't have a lot of money. Well, but just the point of like, there's not a time that we talk about product that I don't think in my head, I know that not everyone can afford this.
Yes.
We're just trying to share our knowledge with you.
Yes.
And whenever possible, of course, we'll mention alternatives that are more affordable.
Yes. Well, and two, the other thing to mention real quick, I love this tangent we're doing. The other thing to mention real quick is when we bring small business owners onto our show, the cost that it takes to be able to compete with these other brands is so great, and it falls on the shoulders of the business owner. It doesn't fall on the shoulders of Bezos or Sam Walton. Walton be like, bitch, you want to come in here? You better pay me X, Y, and Z. You better drop your price so that it's the Walmart price. And guess what? We're not going to pay you for maybe 120 days. Maybe we'll pay you. And if it doesn't sell, we're going to send you that shit back. So you better make it sell.
I think Target's a good example because they, not to talk shit on Target, but they have a lot of smaller brands that they've brought into their like beauty care section. Mm-hmm. And when these small businesses sign on with Target expects a certain amount of product from them, and that's on them to produce.
Yeah, Target's not sending you a check and being like, here, go make some more products.
That's on this company to now figure out how to make such and such units, usually a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot of fucking money.
Yes.
So just in general, things can only be so cheap.
Yes. And yes, that's why we say that is because so that's what you need to do to compete, right, with the big brands. And so if you can't do that, your things are going to be more expensive. It can't be oftentimes $12. And I say $12 because I was just in Walmart at my parents' house and I was like, yo, everything is $12 here. That's why people love this place. This is awesome. But if it's just you and one other person, it can't be $12. It's too expensive. And so I just wanted to mention that we're not bougie. I am a bougie bitch, but we don't think that everybody out there is rich. We are very, very much aware. And that's why we come and say, this is the DIY. You can get these raw ingredients. We don't know that much about the ordinary. That's why we don't necessarily tell you to go get the ordinary. But there are different. That's why we tell you about the ingredients. That's why we say these are the ingredients that you should use so that if you wanted to go to the ordinary or try something else, you can find it on your own. So I did just want to say that really, really quick because we love you guys. Look, I still don't have a lot of money. I did not grow up with any money whatsoever. And I just never want anybody to feel like we're being classist or that they're unable to participate because of, the $100 retinol that we're saying that we love. There are other retinols out there, and I'm always going to try to tell you, DIYs because I'm a DIYer.
If the ordinary wants to come to us and give us some professional training and teach us why their products are great,
you guys about it.
Maybe, but they don't do that, and they probably never will.
So until then, we're going to tell you what we love, what we know to be true, to be the best. And if we know that there are comparable, affordable alternatives, we're always going to tell you about them. And so right now, I'm going to tell you a little recipe that you can do for yourself. This is cheap. So your beauty treatment for the week. So if you've got a dry brush, you're going to dry brush your skins.
You can get one for cheap on the internet.
Get one for very cheap on the internet, maybe $6 or something. There's also on our episode, the fuck is the lymphatic system. You guys can find nope, don't even look at that episode. Who is the person that you love to mention? That's
I
gonna
forgot
do...
the name of the lady I mentioned that time, but I'm going to tell you a lady that I've been following. It's an Instagram page called The Lymphatic Message. It's Lisa Levitt Gainsley, and she has lots of videos on how to do proper lymphatic drainage.
Love
She's
it.
a certified manual lymph drainage and lymphedema specialist.
Ooh. She sounds like she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. So if you need direction on that, you can go there after you get your dry brush.
So you're going to follow one of those videos. You're going to draw a bath. You can use some Dr. Teal's avocado oil bubble bath.
It's nice. It's affordable. Ooh, it's nice.
You are going to make, probably should have told you this, but before you get in the bath, you're going to make this little scrub-a-dub-dub. So you're going to take some extra fine grit pumice powder, and you're going to take whatever oil is just laying around. You got some avocado oil, you're going to grab that. You got some maybe extra virgin olive oil, you're going to grab that. You got some jojoba, you got some coconut oil. You're going to take one of these. You don't need to take all of them. You're going to pick one of these oils, add a little bit to the pumice powder just so that it's nice and moisturized, and you're going to go ahead and scrub-a-dub-dub your entire boteja. Oh, I forgot I did put this in order. So after you're done in the bath, you're going to do this. So soak. Then you scrub your body. Then you rinse. And then, my peoples, you're going to lotion your body. You're going to wrap yourself in a towel or a robe. And then you're going to marinate. You're welcome. That's it.
And if you don't have a tub, because I used to not have a tub, real quick, a little tip.
Tell them.
If you don't have a tub, you can still create a really nice shower. I used to just shut the lights off, light candles, and stand underneath the shower water.
Ooh, if you have like essential oils, you can drop a little bit in the bottom of the shower, and the steam is really going to make that like an aromatherapeutic.
I wish I had done that.
Yeah. Or if you have like, nobody's got eucalyptus laying around, but if you happen to, you do?
Yeah.
If you live in a metropolitan area, is that what I'm trying to say? You can like run to the bodega, get yourself some dried eucalyptus, put that in the shower. That turns into
I
a
love
spa.
bodegas.
I know, love a bodega. Yes, this is a very, very easy way to treat yourself, to take care of your body, your skins, your minds. And it's cheap. Let's jump into the show.
I really, no, I love that recipe so much.
Yes.
And even if, let's say, you didn't have extra fine pumice, what could you use?
You can use some sugar. You can use like brown or white sugar is fine. If you have,
can you use coffee grinds, or is that a mess?
You can use coffee. It's a mess, but you can use coffee grinds for sure. You could use. I had a girl use what is it? Corn? No, like corn flour. Because corn flour is a little bit gritty. Do you know what I mean? You can use corn flour.
That sounds nice. Oh my God, doing some lymphatic drainage on yourself, a scrub, and then possibly a bath and or just lotioning yourself
up. A nice steamy
up.
shower. Yeah, this sounds like a dream. I'm going to go home and do this, actually. What am I talking about?
I think I should do this too.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to go.
Yes. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll start with the functions of the skin.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're back.
We're back, and we're going to tell you all about the functions of the skin so that you can understand what the fuck your skin does.
Yes.
And everything else will make more sense to you.
Yeah, you'll understand why you want to take care of it. Treat it real nice like.
So the first really cool fucking thing that the skin does is it regulates heat. The skin regulates the body temperature by sweating, and sweat is produced by the sudoriferous glands. The evaporation of the moisture enables the body to cool itself. Surface capillaries dilate, resulting in flushing and the release of heat. Your body does all these things, your skin specifically, to make itself not feel so hot.
Yes, to keep you cool.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I remember learning about how, I always thought because, you sweat because you're supposed to cool down, but when you feel sweat, it doesn't actually feel cool. Like it's hot, it's warm on your body, and it can actually be like really uncomfortable. But the cool thing is that it's not actually the sweat that cools you, as the text just said, as Shapiro just told us. It's the evaporation of the water. So when the wind comes and it picks that sweat up and it evaporates off your skin, that's what actually cools you down. That's fucking dope as shit.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty fucking cool. We're also going to see how the wind fucks with you later.
Another cool thing is absorption. The epidermis contains an acid mantle layer, which limits the amount of substances entering through the skin. Cosmeceutical treatment products must be formulated at an appropriate pH with chirally correct ingredients for optimal penetration and absorption. Secretion. The sebaceous glands excrete sebum to lubricate and maintain the health of the skin.
That's your oil. That's your oil
all
production.
The oil.
Sebum.
Which is obviously varies from person to person. Protection. The fat cells in the adipose layer provide insulation and protection against trauma to the internal organs. The skin also protects itself from the harmful effects of UV rays and light and acts as a barrier against the invasion of bacteria. Obviously, we need sunscreen, but your skin does have natural defense against UV rays, which is really cool.
Well, the UV rays until it can't defend against them no more, which is why you need to use sunscreen because it starts to break that shit down. Because if you're not wearing sunscreen, it breaks it down, and then it's hitting your shit. That's why it's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we want to just keep it fucking working optimally. And also, if one of these, if it can't, your skin can't perform any one of these tasks, then it's busted. Your skin is, not
That's
working optimally, and in one way or another, you're going to suffer for it.
Excretion. Perspiration is the process by which the sudoriferous glands excrete waste materials, water, and salt. And the last is sensation. Nerve endings in the skin allow us to feel heat, cold, touch, pleasure, pressure, itch, and pain. It is kind of crazy, right? Like sometimes I'll look at my arm and I'm like, there's the teeniest ant crawling on my arm, but I could feel it.
Yeah. Or sometimes you feel things, or like, we talk about the hairs on the back of my neck stood up, but you can't necessarily see what's making that happen. So the takeaway that I'd like to point out from what Ms. Shapiro just shared with us is that a lot of what she was just talking about was your pH, the pH of your skin, right? And so we often talk about the pH of our skin and the pH of products and skincare products. And, I bring it up because when we're constantly playing with the pH of our skin, which is what we're doing when we use, cleanser, when we use an antibacterial soap. And soap is antibacterial because the pH is at a 9. So I should tell you first about the skin's pH. Our skin is naturally going to be on a pH of about a 4.5 to a 5.5, which on the pH scale, which goes from 0 to 14, that's very acidic, right? From 0 to 7 is going to be very acidic. From 7 to 14 is going to be very basic. And so, from 0 to 6 is very acidic. So an antibacterial soap is at a 9. So a 9 is very, very basic. But it's at a 9 because bacteria can't live in an environment that's so basic. And so it helps to, along with your skin, to kill the bacteria that's on your skin. But what does that mean? That means that it's changing your skin's pH from a 4.5 to a 9. And so we need to bring it back to a 4.5. And so that's why we say you can't have a skincare routine that starts and ends with just a cleanser. You need either a moisturizer or a toner, something that's going to balance your skin's pH, first of all, but then it's going to reintroduce the moisture that you just stripped it of, second of all. This is why we always say that everybody's skin needs a moisturizer, whether you're oily, whether you're whatever. The other thing that I want to mention real quick before we move on is our skin cell regeneration, which we always talk about this because it's sort of the basics of skincare. It's why we exfoliate. It's what we're manipulating when we use these alpha hydroxy acids and beta hydroxy acids and these retinols, is we're manipulating our skin cells' natural regeneration process, right? So our skin is on a 28-day regenerative cycle, which means every 28 days we've got fresh new skin cells that are made. They're going up through the 5 layers of the epidermis. As they reach the top of the epidermis, they are dead, right? They slowly are dying and then they're dead. We at the end of this cycle naturally desquamate. Desquamation is the process of which our body naturally gets rid of dead skin cells. But as we age, the process of desquamation slows down. So instead of every 28 days, we start to desquamate every 38 days, every 48 days. But the skin's regenerative process is still the same. So what's happening is that our skin cells start to build up. That's why we have dull skin. This leads to thickening skin, all these things that we're also going to talk about. But this is why we exfoliate. And I bring this up because this is happening, yes, on our face, but your skin, well, bitch, it covers your whole body. Your whole body is your skin's. So this is also happening on your entire body. So we need, if we're just putting soap on our entire body and we're not exfoliating and we're not moisturizing, then we're not helping it be its optimal so that it can do all these great functions that we just told you about. So that's another reason to lotion. Also, we want you to stay young and hot forever.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, the skin on our body ages just like our face does. And while you may treat it differently, you still need to treat it in some way by exfoliating, by keeping it hydrated. I always say to clients who are concerned with their skin having fine lines or wrinkles is like, yes, these things are going to happen no matter what. But the easiest way to prevent or make your skin appear smoother is hydrating it. Because when you think of something, anything that's dry and it'll crack easy, right? Like if, I don't know.
Think of a rubber band.
There you go.
An old-ass rubber band.
Yeah.
When it's young and hot and new, it's stretchy. You can stretch it out. It snaps back. It's got that snap back, right? And then if you ever seen a rubber band that somehow made it from 1970 to the year 2000, that should be dry.
Yeah.
You pull it, maybe it goes back. It's overextended if it's been used.
It's just the easiest
cracky.
way to make your skin look more supple and to slow down the aging process.
Yes.
You know, when you see someone's skin that looks really dehydrated, it's because it is dehydrated.
Yes.
Like, I can tell when I see a leg that doesn't have moisturizer on it.
Totally. And the thing to say, too, is the reason we're talking about cells is because your cells make up tissues, tissues make up organs, organs make up systems, systems make up the body. But where does it start? One cell. And your cell needs nutrients, food, water to survive. And it comes in the form of actual food and water, yes, that we eat, but also the things that we put on it, the products that we're putting on it, the lotions that we're putting on, all of these things, because just by living, as we're going to discuss, that shit's constantly leaving. You're constantly losing because the world's trying to kill you. The pollutants, the environment, the wind, the sun, all of these things. Your skin is it's an armor for the rest of the insides, and it's taken on all of that for you. The least you could do is give it a shine up.
And be just as on top of putting SPF on your body as you are with your face. And at least the areas that are showing often, like your chest, your neck.
Yes.
Those areas are so prone to just the environmental factors that can break down the healthy cells in your skin.
Yes.
And so I always tell I have a lot of clients with like a lot of sun damage on their chest. And come to find out, they're using sunscreen on their face every day, but they don't bring it down to their neck and their chest. And you can tell.
Yes.
It's very obvious when someone's just taking care of the skin on their face.
Well, also, as we age, our bodies is naturally dehydrating itself. As we age, we're naturally losing water. Our hormones are changing. With the lowering of estrogen as women, estrogen, unfortunately, does a lot for us. So as we lose it, our body becomes more dehydrated. Our bones are less strong. And you start to see like all of the quote unquote signs of aging, do you know? Also,
we're losing muscle mass.
All of these things. So we really want to try to replenish all of the things that you're naturally losing just by waking up every day, being blessed to wake up every day.
Being a woman in the
Just
world.
being a woman. Also, as we know, from Sophie Pavitt being on, if you're a mom and you're breastfeeding, as I said at the top, when you breastfeed, you're giving so much water away from your children. You're literally giving them life, but you need to replenish. You don't need to. You're going to survive one way or another. But if you're listening to this show and you're doing all the things and you're doing the alpha hydroxy acids, and even if you're not, you need to replenish that one way or another. And if nothing else, moisturizer, and also I should say lotions, moisturizers, the reason that they're different than just oils alone is that a moisturizer is oil and water. It's the combination of the two, which is why I'm like, you cannot just use an oil. I love to use oil as a booster also, in addition to my lotion and all the other things we're going to tell you about later.
Yeah.
Also, as we age, as we mentioned, the process of desquamation is slowing, which can lead to the buildup of dead skin cells, giving you a dull appearance, aka ash. Just kidding. But also,
Not kidding.
There are other intrinsic factors that are responsible for aging, like the slowing of collagen, elastin, and I'm going to really butcher this, glycosaminoglycan production, which is GAG. Gag production.
Gag.
And so I'm bringing this up because when we were talking about the rubber band, we're really talking about elastin that's in your skin that we're naturally going to be losing. And that was really like my kind of analogy to elastin. But elastic fibers that are responsible for our skin's flexibility as we age, develop small cysts and gaps, which also leads to loss of flexibility within the natural aging process, which means that the redistribution of nutrients isn't the same. So again, we just need to continue to add all of this back into our skin. The other thing that I really wanted to mention real quick that I think was really interesting is that what we need to create, one of the things that are within our cells that is one of the most important for skincare is mitochondria. And mitochondria are responsible for creating energy in the skin, but they also need water to survive. So I just wanted to bring that up, just like constantly reminding y'all that you need water, you need oil. You Ashy.
The end.
So the other reason why, aside from just age prevention, is that if you already have sensitive skin, during the winter climates, during the drier months, if you live in a drier place period, your skin can become more sensitized. So if you have rosacea, if you have impaired barrier function, if you have atopic dermatitis, these conditions are going to be flared by like winter especially, but by any kind of cold weather conditions or drier conditions, I should also say. So we want to moisturize so that we can help these skin conditions. But also, if you're not moisturizing, as we know, you can actually create these conditions if you don't already have them. So if you don't have impaired barrier specifically, it's really easy for you to actually create this problem for yourself because you're not replenishing the things that your skin needs due to harsher weather conditions, due to the products that you're using, due to whatever. So I think something really interesting that I learned is that all three of these conditions have actually increased during COVID because of increased cortisol release. So increased cortisol release creates more blood flow to the brain, heart, and legs.
It's your stress hormone.
That's your stress hormone because a fight or flight response, right? We're in the middle of a pandemic. We trying to survive. Your body's like, what the fuck is going on? So it starts creating this hormone and you don't even realize sort of the other ways in which it's impacting us. And so when we have an extended period of time of cortisol release, we have blood going to places that it normally isn't. So we're losing nutrients in places like our hair, skin, and nails. So the stress of just living in a pandemic, plus the stress of aging, just all of these things.
That's also why when people talk about hormonal, as a little off topic, talk about hormonal acne, it's such like a broad statement. There are so many hormones, and a lot of times acne is caused by cortisol, by your fucking stress hormones being crazy because you're stressed.
Yeah.
And stress causes inflammation in the body, and then it shows itself like this. And then adding cold and dry, and your shit's just all fucked up.
Totally. And in the same ways in which we were just talking about how your skin works by cooling itself, by having the the sweat evaporate from the wind, when you don't have any sweat or you don't have enough oil or it's just cold as shit and the wind is blowing, it's doing the same exact thing. So that's why all of us right now, if you live in the Northeast especially, you're feeling the effects of the dry air. You're feeling just drier in all ways. So I noticed I've been coughing more because of the dry air.
Oh, yeah. We got to talk about how to take care of this.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Elizabeth and I are just so nice, and we tried out a bunch of body lotions to recommend to you what we think works best.
Yes, because you know that I'm always talking about my corpse feet, and
Her feet look like that of a dead person.
they're terrible. My Crypt Keeper feet, my Crypt Keeper hands, my dry ass legs, and I found the body.
Mine are all also really bad. I shouldn't even say that yours are
No,
bad.
mine are terrible. It's fine. My boyfriend was like, I think that your feet take you down in hotness by like a whole number,
dead.
a whole level down. And I said, baby, I think that you're right. I think you're right. I went from an 11 to a 10. But so I'm always like trying to figure out what's the best product. What can I use that's going to help? What's affordable? What you guys know I've got super sensitive skin, so what isn't going to make me itchy all over? What's actually going to hydrate me? So I went to Walmart. That's what I was doing, looking around at all the $12 stuff, and picked myself up a whole handful of lotions, a whole basket full.
Can I tell you which one I really like? It's very basic, but it sinks in, and just my skin feels good even in the morning. The Jergens Ultra Healing.
You love it?
I really like it.
I love that for
It doesn't
you.
have much of a scent. I think I saw it online for like $8.
Nice.
And it just kind of does the trick.
Yeah.
I like to really feel like greased up, but not so much my body, especially if I'm about to go to bed. So while part of me is like, oh, I wish it were greasier, I kind of don't. Then there's going to be all cat hair sticking to my legs when I get in bed.
I know what you mean. I feel the same way about my face. And you get to the pillow and then there's dog hair sticking all over. So
I know.
Sometimes I just sink in.
Yeah. So I like that it really sinks in. I think that I'm going to be sticking with that one.
Oh, nice.
And it's cheap.
Yes, it is cheap. I should say, as the Scentsy Skin
But that's like the cheap one that I like, because then I'll tell you the expensive one I like.
Right. I should say that as the sensitive skin girl over here, it made me itchy. And Alex looked at me and she said, what did you put on your skin? You've been itching all afternoon. And I was like, it's that Jergens.
Oh, I thought it was the Curel.
It was both. I've been using both. Yeah.
You guys, there's, not to talk shit on Curel, but they make an anti-itch lotion and it made her itchy.
You're like, I thought it was supposed to be anti-itching.
That one was fine. I kind of didn't like the scent of it. It had a bit of a scent that was just like,
Yeah, scents with lotions is my biggest thing, honestly. You know this about me, though. I've given you so many. I'm like, I cannot smell this. It's terrible.
Yeah. I think that I don't know why it's hilarious.
What else do you want to talk about? You want to go down your list?
Can I go down my list?
Yes.
Okay, so you had gotten the AM Lactin and gave it to me. I didn't use it because I've used AM Lactin in the past. What I'll say is it's great. It's a drugstore body lotion that has lactic acid in it.
Yes.
But it smells. It fucking smells like ammonia to me. I was looking at reviews online, and there were a lot of reviews of people saying that it smelled gross. But then there were a lot of people who were like, I don't know what people are saying about the smell. So maybe there are some people who either don't have a good sense of smell, or maybe some bottles that just smell stronger than others. I don't know, but I can't do it.
My mom
as
said
nice
the
as
same
it
thing.
is.
My dad, because I tried to give it to my dad because he was like, I love the body therapy, which we're going to talk about later, but it's very expensive and I go through it faster. So I was like, oh, here's one that's comparable, and he was like, oh, but the smell. And my mom was like, one of them smelled it, one of them didn't. I think maybe my dad didn't smell it and my mom did, and she's like, oh, what's that smell? It smells like eggs in here.
Yeah, it's weird. I described it as ammonia smelling.
Let's smell it. I'll smell it right now and I'll tell you guys.
Oh, sorry. The Curel one is called Itch Defense, right? Let me smell it right now. I haven't smelled it in a minute. The packaging is different from when I had it. It's also a little pricey. But I feel like it would, like, if you're on a budget and you have, like, keratosis pilaris, this is probably really nice.
Yeah, and you can probably figure out how to mask the smell maybe.
Like, just putting it where you need it.
Yeah.
If you sleep with someone else in the bed, just be like, sorry.
Yeah, or if you've got corpse feet, it'll make a big difference, honestly. Because that's the thing with the lactic acid blends, moisturizer, lotion, is that it's going to help to break down like if you've got thickened skin or it's really rough elbows or knees, it's going to help to break that down and make it really, really nice.
Yeah, like I said, I really liked it, but
it's just the smell.
Yeah.
Well, I like to put whatever I'm using, and like when I say marinate, like thick socks on, and just like let it sink in overnight. So you're not really smelling it so much, hopefully.
It's just once it mixed with like my body chemistry too, it was like extra strong.
Oh, I know what you mean.
That's when I felt like it was extra fucking.
Yeah. Can I say
ammonia-y.
Am I allowed to say my favorite cheapie now? Because I only have one.
Oh, we're just doing cheapie? I was gonna just name one more.
Okay.
Okay. So I know we all feel certain ways about Amazon, but if you are someone who likes to order from Amazon, there is an alpha hydroxy acid body lotion that's also 12%, and it doesn't smell as bad as the AM Lactin.
Nice. Who's it by?
It's from Village 11 Factory. It's a little weird name.
In China?
I think it's an Asian. Yeah. I always imagine that a lot of these Asian brands, they kind of translate words, and when it's said in English, it makes no sense.
Right. Like in English, it would be like...
But like in Chinese,
like
sounds
Barn.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Elizabeth Arden, Red Door.
It's also all one word, Village 11 Factory. But it's $20.
Wait, how did you find this Village 11 Factory lotion?
I had just like done some deep diving last winter on the internet because I was like, there's gotta be a better AHA lotion that isn't super expensive, that doesn't smell like shit.
Yeah, I love this.
So I read a bunch of reviews, and I also specifically wanted a pump bottle. I just don't like having to squeeze stuff out. I find it annoying.
Yeah, me too.
I also have this thing about preserving my hands because I use them so much for work.
I love that you just told me that story.
I know.
I'm gonna get you like some hand exercises.
I gotta keep that shit looking good. Or feeling good. I will say the first time that I ordered it, the pump was broken. But the second time, once I finished it, I was just like scooping it out of there and pounding it into my hand. It's really nice. It works. It sinks in. you know it's working because if you just shaved your legs and you use it,
you feel it. Yeah.
it burns.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for me, it feels great. If you have sensitive skin, maybe not so much. But again, if you're sensitive, you want to be careful with any AHAs.
Totally.
But shit, it's nice. So I would recommend that. I know $20 is still steep for a body lotion.
How long? How big is the bottle?
I want to say that it's 8 ounces.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it's 10 ounces, 10.6 ounces.
Okay, that's not
so
so
it's
bad.
actually really good.
Yeah.
For a body lotion with lactic acid, I just think it's really nice.
They could, splurge on a better name.
Yeah. I think
$20.
The Ordinary makes something.
Oh, maybe they do. Let us know if you guys use any Ordinary
I didn't
body
look
products.
into it.
Neither
But
did I.
those are my favorite cheap ones.
Ooh. I only have one favorite cheap one.
What is it?
But my one favorite cheap one, I have to say, is because I got all of these other ones and gave them to Alex. So I like them. I'm happy that she likes them. So my favorite cheap one is Dr. Teal's body lotion. So I have to say, I'm kind of obsessed with it. Like, I am bad with...
It's nice. When I slept over, I used it.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you did. We talked about it.
Yeah.
So the thing that I don't like... Okay, so here's the thing, is I went to the drugstore and they only had 2 versions. They had coconut and they had hemp seed. Y'all know I'm allergic to hemp seed, so I wasn't going to die. I wasn't going to die for you, no offense.
Why doesn't everywhere just have an unscented version?
I don't know. And you know what, girls? Something else y'all should know about me, I hate tropical scents. I hate them. I hate anything coconut scented, pineapple scented, mango scented. I hate that shit. And if you're black and you're listening, you know that shit is everything. It's all fucking tropical. It's all fucking coconut scented. It's so annoying. So that's my one complaint about this one. But I did just go to the store the other day and I saw that there's a lavender one. But this one is still pretty full, so I'm going to finish it before I go and get the lavender one. So I'm glad to know that there's another scent. Because I was making a joke and I was like, dude, I smell like the train on a hot day in fucking August, AKA just like sweaty black people smelling all fucking tropical. Like, which is fine because they're my people. It is me, but I hate the smell of coconut. And so that's my one complaint about this lotion. But besides that, it's super hydrating. It's really affordable. It's at the drugstore, so you can kind of get it I think I got it from Walgreens or Rite Aid or something. And the ingredients, because y'all know I always look at the ingredients looked really nice when I looked through it. Just water, glycerin.
Is it possible it's $5 for 18 ounces?
It's possible.
It's saying it on Target's website. It's
$5, you guys.
For 18 ounces.
I did it
That's
for you.
That's a fucking steal.
You're welcome.
Now if they can just make it unscented.
I know. Because here's the thing is, y'all know I'm a bougie bitch. I already told you about my hair care. I got bougie perfume also. I don't want to smell like coconut and Le Labo. I want to smell like Elizabeth.
Just Le Labo.
Elizabeth and Le Labo. Let that mix with my body chemistry. You know what I mean? So anyway, I like that I looked at the back and I know what these ingredients are. Water, glycerin, cornstarch. There's some other things that I don't really know. But... compared to everything else that was on the shelf, I felt really comfortable buying this one. Maybe it's because it says doctor and the fucking name and they tricked me. I don't know. But the bitch doesn't itch. A bitch stays nice and hydrated. So that's my little cheapie for you guys. But
love it.
I do want to mention something because we kind of just jumped into lotions without...
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I was very excited.
No, well, it's exciting. The only thing that I wanted to mention is just the difference between occlusive, like the different types of moisturizers that there can be, the different categories, I suppose. Because oftentimes we'll talk about this, like, right, there's occlusive ingredients, there's humectants, there's lotions, there's oils, there's fucking balms, there's all these different things. And so I do want to say that an occlusive ingredient is anything that keeps, it kind of like is a seal for your skin. So everything that's underneath is going to be kind of like kept in and nothing else is getting out. So a really easy example of an occlusive is Vaseline. Vaseline, your body is smart enough because we were just talking about the acid mantle. The acid mantle is like, bitch, you're not getting through here because it's petroleum. It's the same petroleum that comes out of the ground, mineral oil. So it has no nutrients. Your skin has no purpose for it to actually absorb it. It's not feeding your cells. But what it is doing is it's creating a barrier between your skin and the outside world. So the water actually can't evaporate. So when we're just talking about the winds that can come and if you're hot, it'll pick up the sweat and evaporate it and it feels so good. But when we're not sweating, when we're just trying to hold on to our oils because it's cold out and it comes and it picks up the whatever little bit of water or oil that's on our face and it evaporates, then we've got to replace it. So an occlusive stops that from happening because the wind isn't going to be able to get past that barrier. It also means that everything that's underneath is going to stay nice and in there. So Occlusives are great as like the last thing that you put on to sort of like seal everything in for the night. But it's also good to mention because, Alex, tell them about your client who was using a quote-unquote moisturizer that was really just full of silicones, which is an occlusive.
A client of mine was complaining that the moisturizer she was using on her face just like sat there and never sank in and just felt, and she was like, when I would sweat, it would feel really weird. And I looked up the moisturizer she was using, and I was like, yeah, it's oil-free. And so to make it have a certain feeling, there's just tons of silicones put in there since there's no oil.
Yes.
And that shit doesn't sink in. When you think of like a primer, like silky feeling primers, that's silicone.
Yes. Like silicone, like rubber.
It just literally makes a layer that sits there as a primer.
Yes.
Except imagine that in your moisturizer.
And the thing also that I want to mention with that, with what you're saying, Alex, is when you look on in probably any drugstore brand, maybe they're getting better now, but like the old school brands, like, you know, the Dr. Teal, maybe not Dr. Teal's, but like the Curel, all these things, when they're talking about oils, and this is why I'm so hesitant to use these products and why I've had to, as a sensitive skin person, like really look at the ingredients, is the oils that they're talking about is mineral oil, which is petroleum jelly, which I was just telling you about. It's just a liquid form, which your body has no use for. And that's why that breaks you out. That's why it doesn't actually hydrate your skin or fix the problem. It just creates an occlusive barrier. When we're using like these higher end ingredients, the oils that they're using are true vegetable oils. They're these oils that we're talking about that have nutrients. They're the olive oils, they're the borage seed oils, they're the rosehip seed oils. They're these oils that truly come from plants. They truly come from vegetables. And so they have the nutrients that our skin our cells truly want and need and that it can feed from. And that's why oftentimes, depending on the thickness and the viscosity and all of those things, but that's why those don't break you out. That's why your body wants it. It sinks in for the most part. Of course, there's going to be, that's a blanketed statement, but y'all know what I mean. It ain't petroleum. It ain't mineral oil.
Yes.
So that's the other thing to mention real quick. So a humectant is a product that you're going to use that's going to draw humidity, all of the moisture that's in the air to your skin. And that's the other part that we're talking about, right? Oil and water. And so different humectants are things like glycerin. That's why your girl loves vegetable glycerin.
That's a very affordable humectant.
It's a very affordable humectant, and it can also even double as an occlusive. It draws the water to your skin, but it also is going to stop the wind from taking the water that is underneath there. It's an awesome product, but you also see it in a lot of lotions.
I hate when like a strong cold wind hits my face in the winter. And just takes all the fucking moisture from my face.
That's why these masks are great.
Dude, I carry around, I always have a hydrating spray in my bag in the winter.
Oh, that's nice. Is it cold? You spray your face?
I don't give a fuck what it feels like.
It's water. It freezes
anything.
midair. As it hits your face.
So mad. I kind of love that we have to wear masks because it
nice.
protects my skin from like the harsh cold.
Yeah.
I wear that shit all the way walking home at night.
Yeah.
Biking home. Especially
really?
biking home.
Is it chilly?
No, I mean like a face mask.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
Masks,
Me
the COVID
too.
masks.
Yes, girl. 100%. Another, is hyaluronic acid a gag or is it a humectant?
It's a humectant.
I thought so too. Hyaluronic acid is another humectant. Our bodies naturally makes it, and it's what makes up a lot of, I think it makes up some of the gags in our skin.
It does.
But it's also, it's los dos.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
I guess it's, I guess it's both.
Look at that. Yeah, tell them about it.
Hyaluronic is great, but our body naturally produces it. I mean, it's not just for our skin, but for our joints. I think tendons even. I could be wrong. I'm not a fucking doctor, you know this. But our skin naturally produces it. We just like everything else, it depletes slowly over time. So even by the time we're in our 30s, we have a lot less hyaluronic than we used to.
And if you have a sensitive skin condition, your body either probably isn't making enough of it.
Yes.
Yes, to replace what you're losing.
So it's also, a lot of people take it internally. I take it internally.
Ooh.
The collagen powder I take has like 120 milligrams hyaluronic. If you take it internally, it needs to be at least 120 milligrams to really make a difference in your skin and your body.
Shapiro, each week I learn something new about you. You just be taking hyaluronic, no biggie.
Well, it's in the collagen. But it's very important. It's a very important building block of your skin. So
that's
using
why
a product that can give you more of it is really helpful. And if you sleep with a humidifier and you have hyaluronic on your face,
now you're telling them about it.
because it's kind of hard when you wear hyaluronic and there's not much humidity in the air.
Well, and that's what it is your hyaluronic that you use is only as good as the water-based products that you're pairing with it or that
Yes.
comes in it. Because, yes, it draws the water, but where's it coming from? It's got to come from somewhere. So if it's dry as shit out or you're not making enough of it, you've got to put it on somewhere. And a humidifier, even if you don't use hyaluronic, everybody...
Put a bowl of water on your heater.
Oh, yes.
my
On your
dad used to
heater,
do.
we used to put it on our stove and put some orange peels in it so that it smelled really nice. And maybe you can put some cloves in there also. It's quite nice. You can, if you guys want to know about a good humidifier, Levoit, Levoit.
That's what I asked for Christmas.
The Levoits. They're the best humidifiers that are out there. They're, between $60 and $100, but
it says it works for a room up
whole
to
room.
735. A whole
Yes.
room. That's my whole apartment.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it really makes a difference, honestly. I realized earlier this week, every time I would come to work, I would have this terrible headache. Do you remember? And I was like, I cannot kick this headache. It's been days. And I realized it was only when I was coming into work because at home I've got 4 humidifiers going and I forgot to order the one for the store. And it's 10% humidity in here. And it was killing my lips. It's killing my skins. It's killing my head.
I'm very excited for it to arrive.
Yes, me
It's
also.
like a little rainforest in
Oh,
here.
it's going to be so nice and warm, moist, that wet.
That wet.
That wop. So what else? Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to tell you guys some DIYs and / what I add to my
Can we talk about our
moisturizer.
expensive choices first?
Oh, sorry. I'm getting crazy. You
Is
tell
that okay?
them. Of course.
Okay, so my favorite thing to put on my body, it's 2 products that you mix together from Environ. We've talked about Environ before. You can only buy their products through a stockist. But if you want to splurge, it's so nice. It's their ACE body oil.
Oh, yes. It's
So
right
it
here.
So it has vitamins A, C, and E in it.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and you mix it with their Dermalac, which is lactic acid in kind of a liquidy toner form.
Ooh.
It's nice. So you mix a few drops of each. Holy fuck. Between the vitamin A, which is so good for your skin, it normalizes and regulates the skin cells and just makes it look really nice.
Really nice and glowy.
Yeah, and then the Dermalac giving you a little exfoliation. It's so nice. It's a little annoying to have to mix 2 products, but I don't care.
When you're doing like a ritual though, when you're really indulging, I personally enjoy, clearly I'm going to tell you the 7 products that I mix together every night. But I think it's kind of, it becomes special. And then also you're kind of like, I don't know, I like it. I like mixing products.
Because it's expensive too, I don't do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I
it's like a
I
little
alternate.
treat.
You don't
Yeah.
need to do the same thing every day.
Mm-hmm.
But when I do it, ooh, it feels good.
She loves it. She loves it.
And I'll put that on my face too, because you can.
So, okay, so since we're talking about expensive, I'm going to do both. I'm going to combine the things that I love because that's what I do. You guys know I'm a big DIYer, but I always mix it. I do a little bit of both. So I'm a cuerpo, my boteja. I've been doing daily. I do the Dr. Teal's. Alex is the one who encouraged me that because I was like, I can't keep affording to use this body therapy every day. And she's like, so don't. You're crazy. Get something cheap. And
Yeah, I was like, I do not use mine every day.
So that's what started me on this journey. So I use the Dr. Teal's every day. But then when I'm doing like a deep conditioning of my body, like on Sundays when they do like, the cleanse, when the hair, the body, the scrub, everything gets done. I'll do, as Alex was saying, the AC&E oil from Environ. I'll do the Dr. Teal's lotion, and then I'll also do the body therapy.
Wow.
Because then you don't need as much as the body therapy because you've already got like a base going on. Do you know what I mean?
But you'll still feel the effects of the lactic acid.
Yeah, of course. And really massage it into my feet, into my hands, into my knees, elbows. It's very, very nice. But then on my face, because I have really dehydrated skin, and I always thought that it was very, very dry, but I find that when I use like a heavier moisturizer, I start to break out because I also have very problematic skin, acne prone. So I love the Rebalance from PCA because it's really wet. It has a lot of water in it. It has a lot of hyaluronic acid.
It feels wet.
Yeah.
I can't explain it.
Yes.
But if you use it, it's a very wet
moisturizer, and I've yet to find another one that's just as wet.
It's worth the money.
It's really nice. So I use that, but then I also will add a little bit of avocado oil. And then I'll do either that or kukuai nut oil. Kukuai nut is from Hawaii, and it's like a nice anti-inflammatory. So you can use that for any kind of inflammation, but specifically I think they use it for like sunburns to soothe sunburned skin and stuff. So I use that during the summer, but then during the winter I like to get avocado oil. And then I'll on top of that, do vegetable glycerin. I'll drop a vegetable glycerin. And if you don't want to do the vegetable glycerin, my expensive thing that I love is the PCA hyaluronic acid overnight mask.
So nice.
Which is so nice. It smells...
Do you put that on your body?
No, put it on my face.
Okay.
All these things I'm putting on my face, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have said that. It smells like rich, which I hate to say that, but now that I use... both high-end and low-end products, I know what people mean when they say it. It doesn't smell perfumey. It just smells sophisticated. I guess that's the word that I should use instead of rich. It just smells really sophisticated, like powdery almost, like really nice and light. But it's like super wet. You put it on top of everything. It's beautiful. But that gets a little bit of expensive. So if you don't want to use that, or you can do both, you can just use the vegetable glycerin, which is so cheap. It's so cheap. Vegetable glycerin, I get it in bulk, so I think I end up getting... What is it? I get like $50.
You got it from Mountain Reserves, yeah?
Yeah, but I get a lot. I get a whole 50-pound bucket for $50. So it ends up being $1 a pound.
Wow.
$1 per 16 ounces.
She just bathes in it. She goes in the bucket.
No, well, I use it for the other products that I'm going to tell you guys about is the Black African soap that I make because Black African soap I love because it's natural. It's made from cacao beans, plantain leaves, and once you start to bake that, it becomes alkaline, and so that's what makes it antibacterial. So it's naturally antibacterial, but it's really high in vitamin A. It's really high in iron. But Black African soap, if you ever used it raw, it just like melts in the shower. And so I blend it with glycerin, so then it's suspended, and then the glycerin doesn't dry. So the soap doesn't dry.
Yeah, my skin never feels dry when I wash my hands with it at work, and I wash it in like 1,000,000 times a day between clients.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And then but you can use it on your body also. So you're right. It literally bathe in glycerin. You're not lying. I thought you were, but she
bathes in it.
So guys, love fucking glycerin. Love all those things. What else?
Yeah.
What else can we tell the peoples?
I think that those are all really good options, regardless of what your budget is.
Yeah, totally.
For taking care of the skin on your body.
I think the most important thing is just do it. Just don't get out of the shower and not lotion. Don't get out of the shower and not...
Yeah, it takes 2 seconds. And if you use something like this Jergens Ultra Healing that really sinks in, then you literally just put it on and you can put your pajamas on or your clothes, whatever.
And if you... Okay, I guess this is the other thing that I need to say. If you, I only have lived here, so I know how this weather is. I don't know how it is across whatever. If you are sitting there around now and you're like, you know what? I don't know what's happening, but my eyes are really stinging. Everything's super itchy and feels tight and it hurts. And I have these headaches. Bitch, you are dry as fuck. You got to do all these things that we're talking about. And I say this because, like, this is what happens to me every November. My contact lenses start popping out of my eyes as they did today.
I saw it.
She saw it happen.
Like, the fuck?
Like, I get this massive headache. Like, everything feels so tight. My boyfriend is like, well, I don't understand why I'm just so itchy. I said it before. I don't understand why I'm so itchy. Do we have bugs suddenly? I'm like, baby, you are dry. It is dry.
You're dry.
In here. You need to lotion your body, if nothing else, just to stop the itch. I promise you that's what it is. And if you're like, bitch, I lotion, I'm still itchy, have you exfoliated? Because you got to get that dead skin off so that it can sink in.
Also, if you live somewhere that's dry right now, you should try it. If you can afford a humidifier, get a humidifier. Okay,
here's
they
the
have
thing.
cheaper ones too.
Yes, I said the most expensive one because I've tried all of the $20 ones, and you end up buying one per year. But if you can only afford a $20 humidifier, by all means, it's better than nothing. Get a $20 humidifier. I figured that was kind of common knowledge, so that's why I didn't say it, because people are always like, where do you get a good humidifier?
I know, but then people are like,
you guys are bougie. Okay, fair enough. Sorry.
If you saw what we looked like right now, you'd know that we're not bougie.
It's fair enough.
I'm wearing an old Harley Davidson sweatshirt with holes in it.
I love it.
And I don't know if they're like holes from it being old or like from moths.
And
I got chicken shit on my sneakers, literally.
Oh, yeah. Well, what can I say? Look, get yourself a humidifier. That's what I could say. We ain't bougie. We just like nice things. Get yourself a humidifier. It's going to change your life. Take care of yourself. If you wash your body, put on lotion. That's it.
Yeah. Especially if you're taking hot showers.
Yes. Ooh. If you're taking hot showers, which of course we are right now. Yes, 100%. And this is, okay, I know I keep saying this is the last thing I'm going to say. Here's another last thing that I'm going to say. Because I know it was like, you can't just use oil. And then I was like, okay, and then I use this oil. I love to use oils. I love it. But you need to use a water-based product with it. So if you're going to do it, you can use aloe. That's going to add some water to your skin.
You could just apply it when your skin is damp. Does that help?
I mean, it helps,
Probably
but
not the
it's
same.
not the same. Exactly. But I guess the main thing that I wanted to say is you got to layer it. If you're going to do this, you want to put on, you want to layer by molecular weight. So you want to do your liquids, then your gels, then your creams. So in this case, you would do your oil, then you do your lotion, even though I said I'm reversing this because then you really want to do your occlusive. So on top of the lotion is when you want to do your glycerin or your Vaseline if you want to do Vaseline to just like lock everything in, whatever. Which sometimes I'll do when it gets really cold. Oh, girl, forget it.
Layer it. I just
Layer
want
it.
layers
Yeah.
on my fucking face.
Yes, and on my body. And on my body. You're gonna feel a difference. If this is all brand new information to you, you're gonna be like, this bitch just changed my goddamn life. Honestly. And here's the other thing is check the soaps that you're using. For years I used Dove soap. And Dove soap, because it's like, oh, it's so gentle, it's so this, it's so that. That shit is so irritating. Once I switched from that and started making my own, like making the Black African soap using that, I remember one day I ran out of my soap. I had to run to the bodega, get some soap, and then go to work. As I was driving over the Williamsburg Bridge, I'm looking, itching my chest, and watching hives break out all across my body because I'm a
happened to me from St. Ives. Not St. Ives. Irish Spring.
Irish Spring. Any kind of 50-cent soap, not to be bougie, it's because what ingredients cost so little that you can make a product for 50 cents after the packaging and the shipping and all of those things. That's what I mean by the cheapness of the ingredients. Whatever it is in there, if you're sensitives, it might be like a little bit too much, do you know? If not, good for you. Congratulations. Go Irish Spring. Just put some lotion on afterwards. But I guess my point is, if this sounds like you, check the pH of the products that you're using, check the ingredients of the products that you're using. It might be that you do need to maybe switch to some all-natural products. It might be that you need to get something that's pre-made that's like a little bit higher in quality because the ingredients are going to be a little bit better. But just take care of your skin because it's what's keeping you alive. It's keeping everything on the inside of you functioning.
Love you, skin.
Love you, skins. Sorry I let you be ashy all the damn time.
If any of you have questions about anything we talked about today, let's open up a discussion.
Yes.
Maybe there's a body lotion you love.
Yes. Guys, I'm on a mission for body lotions that are affordable. Like I just told you all of the reasons why, that are unscented. Please send me your suggestions.
Yes.
I like them wet. Ooh.
I like them to sink into my body so I don't have cat hair everywhere.
Yeah, that too.
So both.
Yes, so both. I'll take a scent. No, I don't want a scent. I'm not going to lie. I don't want a scent.
something with no scent
I want
for my body.
Yeah, I want it scentless.
Because what if I'm going to wear a perfume? And by perfume, I
Yes.
mean the samples I have from Le Labo because I've never pulled the trigger to buy a
Ooh,
bottle.
not this year for Christmas because we're still poor, but next year. That's
Maybe
the
next
gift.
year.
Maybe next year. But yeah, send us your favorite face moisturizers, your favorite body lotions. Give us the
Yeah.
expensive shit. Give us the cheap shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us your recipes if you have homemade recipes. Tell us if you be exfoliating. Tell us what you're exfoliating with.
Yeah, especially for body because there are not nearly as many body exfoliators
No.
as there are for face.
That's true. Yeah. I want to hear about your cuerpos.
Yeah.
Um,
You know where to send that to.
through beautybrooklynpodcast@gmail.com, where all your dreams come true.
You can also DM us.
At True Beauty Brooklyn Podcast on the gram.
Yeah.
You could rate, review, subscribe. Rate, review, subscribe. You could do that for us. That'd be so nice. You could tell your friends. Really, I just want to hear that you guys are moisturizing. I want to hear that you guys are lotioning because it's like
Just
it's an
send us a
epidemic
quick
out
email
there.
if
Be like,
you're white and you moisturize your body.
yes, or if this is brand new information. No, everybody. I want to hear from everybody.
Everyone. But I just,
Yes.
okay, and this could also be because I've just mostly known white people in my life, but it's only the white people in my life that have ever horrified me and told me that they don't moisturize their body.
Yeah.
Not all of them, just anyone who has told me that, it's been someone who's white.
Yeah.
And I've never had a client who is black whose legs, and I only notice this because if I'm doing their bikini, I will like have a hand on their thigh as I'm waxing them, and they always have silky smooth skin that is very obviously
We know about it.
moisturized.
We know about it. My sister was telling me that she noticed that her daughter, who's a baby, so she's a toddler, started itching her skin, and she was like, because she's half white, she's like, I started moisturizing her every day, and I said, you got to get them in young, you got to teach them young. It's not even a question.
Yeah, there's so many environmental factors. Like, there's so many things beyond just it gets dry in the shower that's making your skin dry.
Yes.
As we just discussed.
Yeah, and so many reasons beyond Bitch So You Not Ashy to keep your skin moisturized and hydrated. It's so that it performs correctly. It's so that it takes care of you.
Yes.
And we love you, beauty baddies. Oh my God, did you guys like the beauty baddies?
That's cute.
We love you guys so much. Happy New Year. Thank you for being with us this whole year.
Thanks for everything.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling your friends and your therapists and your mama and your coworkers. And let's go 2022. I hope you guys are going to be here with us for the ride. What did I say? Of course you guys are going to be here. Y'all will be here.
You got to be here.
You got to be here. That's it. Bye.
Bye. This has been a COC BK production.
Produced by us, Elizabeth Taylor and Alex Shapiro.
Our engineer is Bart Tripoli.
Our theme music composer is Zebra Sonic.
Our artwork is by Garrett Ross. If you're an advertiser interested in advertising on our show, go to midroll.com/ads.
For more information, go to exactlyrightmedia.com.
Hey, I'm Kayla Fazio, host of Habits You Love, a thought-provoking podcast about self-love, self-healing, and spiritual evolution. I take you on the journey of my own trauma healing and share real, raw, and authentic life situations. My mission is to expand your mind to what you think is possible for you, help you discover the power you have within, and create a life you love. Listen to Habits You Love on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.